Today's review, we're moving locations to the conservatory. The sun has been shining all day, and what better way to finish off a day than a double IPA from POLLY's. This is Wave Mix, but what's it going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we have the sound of birds cheeping in the background on cue. Yeah, we've moved to the conservatory because it was a lovely sunny day, and I thought, yeah, let's sit back, and I've cut my grass. Still looking a bit of a mess of garden, but it's the first real time that I've been out in the garden this year. And I thought I'd hit, we're obviously doing a few double POLLY's beers. This is the third that I've done in sequence. This is a double IPA this time. I thought I fancied a double IPA. It's 8%. And hops wise, just two hops. Oh no, actually three hops. Mosaic, Citra, and Vic's Secret. So let's crack it open, get it in a glass, see what it's all about. Again, very nice artwork, like that bamboo one. That had that sort of metallic artwork. And this as well, with a lovely sort of greeny colour. So I think kudos to POLLY's for that. They all used to make very good artwork. I don't know whether it's just there's other breweries that seem to do more stuff, but I haven't really I never really thought about their artwork really recently, but certainly this one is definitely a return to form. And so, beer in a glass. Look at that. Beautiful colour. We've just got a sort of gold colour really. It's a slightly darker, you can see there's a darkness here. I've got no low light in here. So this is pretty much, it looks pretty much the same for me as it does in the screen. Got literally two fingers, pretty compacted head, but I think that was pretty damn good. Look at that, Caramac in a glass. See what the aroma's like. Yeah, it's subtle, but it smells pretty good. So I'm getting sweetness of stone fruits, lots of mango and peach, and probably apricot to some extent. Definitely much more on the tropical sort of spectrum. So let's drink it, shall we? Cheers, everyone. Oh yeah, that's lovely. Lovely level of sweetness. I do like my dippers more on the sweet side, and we're definitely getting that. So it's almost got that sort of jelly tots, starburst sort of flavour. And in terms of like picking out fruits, I'm definitely getting more mango and papaya, that sort of stuff, more tropical sort of flavours. Peach and apricot coming through. Lovely sweet, lovely smooth body, I should say. Put that down. It's a difficult one to really unpack. It tastes delicious. Ultimately, that's all you need to know. It's a delicious flavoured beer. This one only cost me $5.50 as well, which is cracking. The alcohol's well hidden. There's no bitterness at all. As I said, it's more on the sweet side. I'm not really getting much dankness. I mean, much as you get the big hit of juice and sweetness, what you're developing, how that develops, it doesn't develop much, is what I should say. There's a slightly earthiness, there's a slightly double IPA sort of esque-ness to it. It's not bitterness, it's not alcohol, it's just, again, I think it's just the flavour, the residual flavour that sort of sits on the back of the palate, and you can still sort of taste it even when you haven't got any liquid in your mouth. And there's a slight earthiness. It's not going into grapefruit, which, you know, is a shame, because I think that would give it a little bit more of a complexity, but it just tastes really good. Yeah, I mean, I love this. I mean, this is for me a perfect double IPA in terms of what I'm looking for in a double IPA. Yeah, I'd like it a bit more on the citrusy side. Maybe you're getting some of the, I think there's some of the tropicalness. If there's another flavour, and I did say sort of opal fruits or starburst, what they call them these days, you know, jelly tots, that sort of stuff. There is a sort of, I suppose it's a slightly different summery fruit flavour that's sort of in there in the background. I don't know whether you would say it was strawberry or even, you know, it's got mosaic in it, which is usually more of blueberry sort of flavour. So maybe it's something like that. It's definitely a red berry type of flavour. but it's quite subtle. And then, you know, again, you get in these little pockets of different types of stone fruit, whether that be mango, whether it be apricot. I'll probably say more of those two than say peach, because I always think peach is a lot more brighter, a lighter, juicier flavour. And as much as it's juicy, it's quite a strong, juicy flavour. It's a highly concentrated juice, I would say. But it tastes delicious, goes down really well. It's very moreish, and it's £5.50. So let's do some live scores. Okay, let's do some live scores here on the channel. I'm putting that down because it's hurt my hands. I've been holding it. Yeah, let's go through it. So start with aroma. Yeah, not the most pungent of aromas, but it makes up in flavour. But aroma, I'm giving it a 13. Appearance-wise, well, we've got, you know, I do like beers that still continue with this sort of sliver of head there. It doesn't completely dissipate. You can see the lacing on the glass there. Colour-wise, it looks pretty good. I'm giving it a 9 for appearance. Flavour-wise, I mean, it tastes delicious. A lot of double IPAs are a little bit more complex. You know, you get that hit of juice, then you get something sort of residual flavour. And then suddenly when you think that's it, you get like hit at the end with some sort of, you know, ideally, I think a sharpness of sharp sort of citrus bitterness, really. So your grapefruit really coming through, but you're not really getting that with this. You get the juice, stone fruit flavours up front, and there is a sweetness. I'd almost say that it's probably a little bit too sweet, but I like my double IPAs a little bit more sweet. So there's more of that residual sugars coming through. Flavour-wise, I think it's tasty, and you know, you don't get the alcohol, you're not getting any hot burn. I'm giving it a 35 for flavour. And value for money, well, I'd say £5.50 for an 8% double IPA. I think that's pretty good, you know. I think that's very good, in fact. You know, okay, we've had some double IPAs from the supermarkets that have been £4.50, that sort of price. But generally, if you go to your bottle shop and you go for any of the sort of top 20 UK breweries, you know the ones I mean, you know, your Beaks, your Dayers, your Verdants, your Rivingtons, your Sure Shots, your Asvecs, your Pollys and stuff like that, you know, any of those sort of breweries, you usually will be paying at least £6, if not £6.50, if not £7.50 for a double IPA. So £5.50 I think is very good. I've got to give it 10 because I think the value is pretty good. And my overall experience, well, as I said, I like my double IPAs slightly sweeter. I like the fact there's not much in way of dankness in here. There's a slight sort of hint of dankness coming through as it's warmed up a little bit. But all I get now is like a sharp, strong apricot flavour. It's enjoyable beer, and it, say, goes down pretty well. So overall experience, I'm giving it a 14 for overall experience. So let's top the scores up. Okay, so we've got 22, 57, 67, 77, 81. Yeah, that's pretty good score. Highly recommended. So, Wave Mix Double IPA from POLLY's, £5.50, cracking price, great looking artwork, striking, and ultimately a good beer. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm keeping it under 10 minutes, which I'm very proud of. I've got to try to keep it a shorter one. This is a great beer. And actually, you know, we've had what, 3 POLLY's beers, and they've all been, you know, either very high end of the recommended or just sort of low end of the highly recommended. So it just shows you that POLLY's consistently good with their beers, and, you know, they're still up there. They may not be my #1 brewery anymore, but they're definitely still in my top 5. And I still think that they're very, very good. So if you've never had a POLLY's before and you've just stumbled upon these videos or even just this one, do yourself a favour, try them. Try your pale ales, because if it's one thing that POLLY's are very good at, is that different types of beers, especially in terms of your pales, to your IPAs, to double IPAs, even your triples, and they've even recently done a quadruple IPA. So all of the different strengths of those sort of, you know, pale beers, as it were, IPAs, well, I don't even know what you want to call it. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Any of those, I mean, yeah, they've done sours and goses and lagers and all that sort of stuff. But pale ales are great. IPAs are very good. Double IPAs are very good. I don't drink enough triples and quadruples to really sort of give much comment, but certainly they've been good, and I've seen people, and again, value for money is definitely up there with POLLY. So definitely a good brewery. Please if you like the video, please give the video a thumbs up. I'm close to 10 minutes. I'm thinking, oh, I've got to get this done quick. So until the next one, please like, subscribe, drink good craft beer, and of course, keep on, as Van Halen would say, rockin'.